Here's a custody case that went over state lines. One of the first ones we had that did, and our client and his ex-girlfriend, they had broken up, and in this household there were two cars and two dogs, and it went to court. And on the first court hearing, I just remember there being these quizzical looks from the clerk, like, "Why are we here? Counselor, is there something you can do?" And the other side wasn't represented, but the ex-girlfriend, she was pretty smart. And my client had said, "Look, I know what I'm doing too. I watch Suits." So I guess perhaps he didn't need me, but I remember getting the call that he decided during this case to drive to another state where he was moving to, New Jersey. And he took both dogs. And I did not see that that was going to be a way that this case ended. And certainly the cops got involved. They called me. They were trying to call him, but he wouldn't pick up. And it's something that comes up in a lot of cases. What if I just take the law into my own hands? What are they going to do if I'm in another state? And since that time, we've had Massachusetts, New Hampshire. We've had a case in Montreal in Massachusetts. We've had Florida in Massachusetts. And it's questionable who has jurisdiction, but we've seen a judge in Massachusetts send a constable, sheriff to New Hampshire to retrieve a dog. The dog was with his rightful owner, our client, and it was my client's daughter that was trying to get the dog back. And they went up there and they seized the dog. We ended up winning and getting the dog back. So this person, my client, was like, "Do I have to come back to Massachusetts?" Well, you're going to be charged with a felony. Maybe it sticks, maybe it won't. Depends who owns the dogs. But why would you put us, in our case, in jeopardy by going through it the right way, by trying to just take off with the dogs, hoping you'll never be found again? And certainly this client loved these dogs and wanted to keep them both. But when a court sees that there were two dogs, a judge wants to find the easiest way out of this. And while it may not be best for the dogs who had a relationship, it's going to end with one party taking each, unless there's an exchange of significant amount of money to buy out the other person and keep the dogs together. And the settlement is what we reached here. But there's certainly cases where we lose, and the client probably wishes that, I wish I just took the dog and left and nobody would find me. Unfortunately, that's a thing, but we do this work to try to do it the right way and to try to point out the people who take the law into their own hands. They're not doing it the right way, and our clients should get the benefit if they're taking their time, going to court, and trying to get justice in a custody case. But sometimes it just won't work out that way. But obviously, we could never um, counsel a client to just take the dog on the run.